Ledge Runner Part 7. In this one I think we're going to finish the game. There's not much left to do. We kind of did the big things, the adjust pause X and adjust pause Y. I hope you understand this. If you don't, please contact me. So basically the boundaries will be what happens when the player goes to any side of the screen, like if he gets outside of the screen to the top, or falls to the bottom, or goes to one of the sides. What will happen? If he goes to one of the sides, he will be stopped, and if he falls down, he loses. If he goes with the ledge above the screen, you also lose the game. To make the lose game, we'll just need to set game over equal to 1, and it will stop updating the player enemies, and it will stop updating all of these. It will stop incrementing points. It will just print game over, and the game will freeze. So let's see. Where is it? Boundaries. So first we'll get the player X and player Y, so we can check them with ifs. So get sprite X of player.id. We want to get the player sprite. Let's do the same for Y. So now we can start with the if. If X is less than 0, meaning the player moved a little bit too much to the left, like outside of the left side of the screen. Then sprite X, set sprite X, the sprite we want to set is the player sprite, so player.id, and we'll set it to 0. So if you try to move below 0, it will return you to 0. You can't get outside of the screen now from that side. And it's px actually. Okay. Now, if px is bigger than get boundaries right, get screen. Okay, if x is bigger than this side, the right side of the screen, if you try to go to the right side, then it will send you back to get bounds right minus 100 pixels. I wanna try this. So you can't walk to the left. Let's try to the right now. Let's get a little bit higher. Now, a little bit impatient. No, not good. Let's put the player let's set the player X at the start. Let's see if we can do that more to the right so I can test it. let's set the player to, let's say, 500, so I can start moving to the, to that side. No, I need more. Let's say 800. No good. So boundaries, in case you don't know boundaries, let's see, it runs here in player update. We already put it there a few lessons ago. So let's do 10. The boundary is right minus 10. Maybe this should do it. But anyway, in both cases you can go. Yeah, we'll need something like 50 at least. Okay, I think that should do it. Like, take a look. You try to walk outside the screen. It sends you back. That should do it. For this case, maybe if you want to make it more, we can play with the values, try to make it more accurate. For me, minus 50 from the screen right bound is okay. Let's see. So now the lose condition. So if py is smaller than minus 90, meaning you go over the top of the screen 90 pixels, or py is bigger than the get screen bounds bottom. Get screen bound bottom. So basically, if you go below the screen, if you go for the bottom of the screen, plus 50, let's say. So you won't lose the moment you touch the bottom of the screen. You need to go below the bottom of the screen. Then game over equals 1. Is that how we called it? Game over? Yep. Game over equals 1. So let's try it. Let's fall all the way to the bottom, and then we'll do the top. We should lose the game when we reach the bottom. Yeah, game over. Now let's go and get rid of this line, so the player starts at the left side again. Yeah, and let's let the ledge take us outside of the screen for the top and lose the game. And there you have it. That's Ledge Runner. We can create ledges, and now we can lose the game. We can walk on ledges. We cannot walk through ledges because of the adjust pose X and adjust pose Y. We have friction, gravity. Yeah, not an easy game to... Well, it could have been easier if I used physics, the AppGameKit physics, but I wanted to show you how to do it the hard way. And we can also use the same code to create a platformer game. Maybe the next tutorial will be a platformer game, maybe after that. But yeah, just pose X and just pose Y. It can also be used for a dungeon game, actually. You need to hit stuff like them. Obstacles from all directions and stop. That's the two functions you need. Unless you're using physics, I'll check how they do it in AppGameKit and maybe make a tutorial about that too. And that's it for this lesson.